Oh! Woo! They smell good!
Hi tribe, welcome back to our channel. I'm Kelly and this is my beautiful wife Becky, and we are back with another Vlogmas. Today we are going to do the mukbang challenge with Krispy Kreme donuts whilst talking about 10 facts about each other. Neither of us have seen the facts and we don't know what each other are going to say, but we're going to share them with you. Now this is a completely spare of the moment video. I saw a Krispy Kreme shop and then they gave us a lot, so I thought, what can I do with these lot of donuts? I know what I can do. I can scoff my face just for you guys. So welcome, and please subscribe to our channel as to not miss a single video. We'll get eating. So we've never done one of these mukbangs.
I don't know why, because this is right up my street.
This is not something we would normally eat a lot of.
Oh,
which one are you going for first? Who do you think can eat the most of these donuts? Leave us a comment.
I'll let you go first.
I'm going to go with that one.
Yeah, that one looks good.
Do you want to say your fact first?
Okay, fact. Kelly always... Are you worried what I'm going to say? Kelly always likes to plan for the next 5 years of our life. Which, when we first got together, I couldn't quite understand. I'm like, no, what are we doing this week? But she's like, right, like in 3 years' time, do you want to do this? And I'm used to it now, but it kind of took me a while to get my head around. So I don't know if any of you are like that, or that's just a weird thing that you have.
I like to have a 5-year plan.
It's a good donut.
It's amazing. Krispy Kreme, yum.
We almost don't want to... Oh, I'm going to go for
Just
like...
get stuck in. I always like to literally have a plan for this year, next year, and where I'm aiming to be in 5 years. But I also have plans for Becky as well.
She's got a to-do list that I'm supposed to be doing.
To achieve her aspirations in life, so I can kick her up the bum to do them. Am I the only person that does this?
Control freak. What's in the middle? The cream. Krispy Kreme cream.
It's so good.
Okay.
Okay, my first one is, I don't know if it's a fact about you necessarily.
Well, that's the whole idea, so...
I put that we got married on Christmas Eve and you looked so beautiful and you were so brave and that you stood up and you did all the speeches and everything.
Okay.
And that,
I'll let you have that.
More of a fact that we got married on Christmas Eve.
So you couldn't help but make it about yourself, could you?
I actually wrote the fact before I realised we were writing facts about each other, and we originally thought we would just give you 10 facts about us, but I wanted to tell you that we got married on Christmas Eve. It was so romantic.
Fact number 2 about you. Kelly is actually, you would not believe this, a trained personal trainer. Even though she does do absolutely zero amount of exercise.
I don't like exercising.
But yet she's actually a trained personal trainer that hates exercise.
I wanted to be interested in health and fitness, but the donuts called me.
I want to try that one, but that's gonna be a lot to handle. Do you want to go choose up on that?
Okay, you're one donut in and you're struggling already. We have had dinner. I think we got this the wrong way round, to be honest.
What's that one? I reckon this one. Oh, what should I do? I'm panicking.
Pick one.
This one.
My next fact about Becky is she has such a passion for football. She would have loved to have been a famous football player if she could. And she plays football, although she's out injured at the moment.
I'll just add, I actually only have a passion for playing football. Watching football, I don't really support a team.
Why do you put me through watching it then?
When it's England, You've got to support your country. What's wrong with you?
Oh.
So I like to watch England whenever they play. The men's and the women's. It's not even that many times. Honestly. Support here.
Sport, isn't it? We realise I don't like it.
No. I don't like... I like watching it, but I don't really follow it. I'm not... And a lot of the time I miss England when they are playing. My mum usually texts me and says, "Are you watching the football on channel so-and-so?" And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, mum."
It's because we don't watch the telly either, though, so you don't get any of the adverts to tell you when we don't really watch telly. So.
No. But I love playing football.
What do you want next?
Fact number 3. Kelly used to dance competitively when she was a child. Yeah. Again, I'm not even sure if this is just a made-up thing because you hate moving.
I did it when I was at school. When I was at school, I love sport and I did a lot for the school and even the county. But as time goes on, I've just got lazier, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully.
How are you getting on with the donut?
I love it.
Oh, you went for that one.
Feel that? It's not actually as nice as...
It's got Nutella in, I think, that one. They don't, on the box when you get these, they don't tell you which one donut's what. So I actually Googled it because I like to know.
I was just about to say, I didn't write this fact down, but Becky likes to know the ins and outs of everything. If we're building a bit of furniture, she'll have to read all the instructions inside out. Well, I've already pretty much built the whole thing by the time Becky's prepared to start going. Or you're very methodical, like everything in order, like can only do one thing at once sort of person.
You said I can't multitask.
No, you like to do things and you like to do things one thing at a time, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for example, I went out to the shop the other day and got us some pudding. Not that we're like greedy or anything. And like I would have had to know what the pudding was, but Cal just didn't even ask me until she was given it, and I'm like, how could you not ask what the pudding was? You just don't care. And things like, you know, like a selection box of chocolates, I have to know what I'm choosing. I'm not going to pick one I don't like. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I don't even have to read.
And you'll just pick it up and be like, oh yeah, that was that one. I just don't get people like that.
Which type of person are you? So was that my go? I think that was my go. You'll go now.
I gave you a fact.
Fact him.
Fact number 4, Kelly loves photography and photographs and now filming as well and editing and that kind of
Yeah, I do.
topic. You love it, don't you?
Yeah. I went to see a psychic once and they told me that I was really creative. No. And I thought, no, I'm not. But actually, I didn't put a lot of the photography side and things like that into being creative. And actually, I realised I'm actually quite a creative person.
Yeah, you are really creative.
And I love it, but I'm not very good and I don't have very much confidence with it at the moment.
You have got loads of potential, but because you don't practice, that has a knock-on effect on your ability. And then you get more anxious about doing it. So it's kind of like a vicious cycle, isn't it? But you can do some amazing photos and ideas as well. Obviously that's the creative side. You have got that in you. You just need to have more confidence.
I'm debating about doing it as a business again, but
I believe in you, babe.
thank you. And she's so supportive. That's another thing that I haven't got on my list. But she is honestly the most supportive person.
Supportive.
I couldn't have done anything in my life without you. She like builds me up every step of the way, and she makes me. I've got chocolate all over my hands.
Nice. If we can see that.
She gives me the confidence to do everything, but whilst making me believe that the confidence is coming from within me. So I'm not relying on you, but it's...
I'm lovely, aren't I?
She is lovely.
Let's move on. Your turn.
I think I just keep coming up with random ones that aren't on my list. She is so competitive She will not be outbeaten at things. Games, even if she's playing a child, she has to win. But I'm talking like little children, like 2, 3.
Well, you're teaching them about... There's a lot of things that go on to teach kids if they lose, you know. How are they ever going to want to be better if they're good at everything?
And her mum is exactly the same. Exactly the same.
Yeah.
I
think actually
But yet they never play each other at things, and I now understand why.
No, why don't we play each other?
Because you're both so competitive.
Because they go down.
You'd still be sat there for days.
My brother and sister are quite competitive as well.
Not in the same way you and your mum are.
Really? Yeah, I just like, I don't know, it's not even, is it about the winning? I don't know, what is it about? Let me ask myself.
Are you competitive? Becky is exceedingly competitive. Like if I say something, you will have to say the opposite just so that you could try and be right.
Hold on a minute. Is this about being competitive or argumentative?
I meant it competitive, like.
No, I just like pushing myself and like improving and being better. So I'm competitive with myself as well. Like, so if I'm running in the gym on the treadmill, whatever I've done, I'll always take a picture, and then the next time I'm like, right, I've got to beat that. So I'm not just competitive with other people, I'm competitive with myself as well, and that really does push me and drives me. So.
I know, it's amazing quality to have really when you can beat yourself. It just keeps me, you keep going on.
Yeah, it does. It's good.
But it also means that you push me to do it as well.
Yeah. Right. Good. Okay. Kelly does, I don't know if you'll let me say this one. Kelly does regular charity work.
Yeah, you just can't say the company.
She is a bit of a, what was that woman? Florence Nightingale, if you like.
Babe, you just call me Florence Nightingale. I'm nowhere near like Florence Nightingale.
Oh, babe, you're on your way. You're on your way there. She does charity work regularly, and even sometimes when there's days and not had a minute to herself, she still gets up and goes and is charitable.
People need me.
Yeah, so
that's embarrassing.
A very admirable trait and
thank you
a
very
really
much.
Worthy fact.
Thank you, that's a bit embarrassing. I don't know how to take that humbly.
That's fine, move on.
Swiftly moving on to a random fact that Becky hates hair. Any loose hair.
Loose hair.
Completely freaks out. Well, I don't know about completely.
That's a bit of an exaggeration. But it's just creepy. If it's not attached to something, then what is it doing and why is it on me? And especially if it's wet. Oh, wrapped around your finger. Oh, it's super cringy. So
I just find that a bit weird.
Oh my god, it's just gross. I just think it's gross. So living in a house full of women,
you're gonna have it for the rest of your life.
It's just gross.
Sorry about that. We're pausing for the child next door to stop screaming. Walls here are very thin. Becky,
yeah,
would wear Adidas sportswear every day and all day. She could be a rep for Adidas. Adidas, if you're there, this girl can be your girl.
I just have a real love of Adidas clothing. I like sports brands in general, but I'm drawn back to Adidas. I know I shouldn't. I should probably be a lot more eco-friendly when it comes to sustainable clothing, but I just have a passion for it. It's my guilty pleasure, I think.
She loves Adidas.
And obviously it was yeah. So some of you may know this, Kelly actually suffers from dyslexia, which means basically that she struggles with English, if you like, writing, reading. Certain words and letters get jumbled up, jump off the page, and your spelling, you sometimes find words difficult to spell, even though she's incredibly intelligent. It's it's just like is it like a brain disorder?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so you literally, doesn't matter how many times you learn to spell or read a word, you continually have the same problems with it. So yeah, that's a little fact.
And I don't know if it's worse, but it's even worse when I'm tired. If I'm tired or really stressed, the sentences just don't make any sense. I don't.
Yeah.
But you've never had any problems understanding me.
No, I mean, sometimes it takes like a little bit extra to decipher a text message, but I think I've just learned now your mumble jumble words sometimes. But
I think it's very common nowadays, though.
Yeah.
A lot of people suffer. And a lot of people don't talk about it. And I think, again, it should be something that people shouldn't be afraid of saying, sorry, I've got dyslexia. Instead, they're like, oh, I forgot how to...
Yeah, I do think there's a bit of stigma about it because to someone that doesn't necessarily have knowledge of dyslexia, it could just come across that you're just not very good at reading or something like that. And it's really not about that. You can have the most intelligent person, they just struggle with the same thing.
I think Albert Einstein was actually dyslexic. Yeah. Quite a few intelligent people.
Oh, you're up there with him, are you? Speak highly of yourself, don't you?
I would love to be. Talk about a genius. I'd love to be up there with Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could understand what you write. I think we've talked about this before, but Becky loves sleep. She always goes to sleep first and she wakes up last. And this is even pre-children.
Guilty.
No hurry to get up for the day.
Things have slightly
sleep.
changed now that we've had children. I do think that habit plays a lot of part in that. But again, my brother and sister are pretty much the same.
Your brother's really bad.
Yeah. But my sister could always sleep a lot as well. I don't know where we got it from, but who doesn't love sleep and being in their bed and all nice? But I do feel like you're the sort of person that could actually lay in bed throughout the day and not be guilty, yet I would have to get up and get moving and do something eventually.
I used to like, before having children, to wake up at like 5 o'clock, 5:30, and then just lie there and look at my phone for about 3 hours.
Yeah, sometimes 4.
And sometimes I'd actually on purposely put my alarm on so that I could lie in bed before having to get up to go to work and things.
No.
I'm just excited for the day. What a beautiful life.
Okay. Weird fact, Kelly does not like her feet being covered.
Well, that's a very weird fact.
Pretty much with anything unless absolutely necessary. So obviously if we go out, yeah, you are going to get a shot of the foot. if we're going out, then obviously socks and shoes, but anywhere else,
the quickest point that I can get my shoes and socks off, yeah, that's it, they're off.
Socks and shoes come straight off. In bed, feet have to be dangling outside of the quilt at all times, and even has a mini panic if they get covered for longer than say 5 seconds.
Yeah, and they don't seem to really get cold.
They're stone cold. She just can't feel anything because the layers are about that thick. She's got caveman feet because they just walked every inch.
I walk everywhere barefoot if I can get away with it. On holiday, I just walk around barefoot.
Honestly, you've got like caveman feet, like I said.
I actually have tried Googling to see if this is an actual thing. Somebody else out there must have this.
What?
Weird thing where they don't like don't like having their feet covered.
Just you babes.
Yeah, but I've never found anyone online that actually has it too.
Okay, you're up. Tell them how great I am.
She's just amazing. She's like the best person in the world. I'm so lucky to have you. But obviously that is already known.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it's still fact.
It's still a fact.
Okay.
Becky is really close to her mum. And her mum is an amazing person, and she's taken me on as her daughter. And I love her.
We are very lucky, aren't we?
Yeah, we're very, very, very lucky to have her.
She does a lot for us, and she is just a person that just gives and gives and gives. It's just...
But we don't take. We we love her.
Well, you give and take. It is a relationship where you give and take, but she just...
She's selfless, and she will like...
Yeah.
not ever even say, I'm sorry, I'm too tired. She'll just do it rather than tell you that it's inconvenient.
Yeah, very lucky.
Nothing's ever inconvenient for her. She's lovely. Okay. I'll put a picture up for you. I think that must be it. And to be honest, I can't manage any more donuts if I tried. But
I've got more facts.
Well, we'll have to save them for another time. If you want more facts, please leave us a comment and we will do it another time.
Come on,
Anybody want one?
Oh, Kel is
Clumsy.
probably dyspraxic as well.
Oh yeah. I actually do think, I've never been tested for it.
There were 4 and now there's only 3.
I'm surprised the dog hasn't gone to eat it.
Oh, good boys. So what did you think of our facts about each other? Was there any on there that you were really shocked about, or any that you maybe already knew or you could guess? We hope that you like this video, and we are so bloated and feel sick and we're going to bed. Please like and subscribe. Please. Whoa. My turn to talk. Please like and subscribe. We love you all, and thanks for watching.
Merry Christmas!
Yeah, don't be animals.
Are we saying that at the end of all of them now? Merry Christmas, you filthy animals!